Now, Ghana making his way forward. There is an expectation for the 8-time winners. Winners in the 97-98, 98-99, 99-2000, 2005, 2006, 06-07, 13-14, 15-16, and the 17-18 season. Record setters are Mamelodi Sundowns, your ABSA Premiership champions once again. Nobody does it like them. Nobody does it in their style. And lately, no supporters support like theirs do with their style. What a season. From the playing style to the stands. What great entertainment. Former African champions, now South African champions once again. They will look to conquer the continent. That's how big they dream out in the nation's capital. And Barcelona up next. They dream as big as they want, they get them. As big as they dream for. The best in the world are making their way down to South Africa next week, but right now, it's all about the best in South Africa. Ghana and company, we salute you. And then you see the sincere side of Peter, when he's almost emotional, when it all begins to make sense and how much it means to me. He hardly shows that side of himself. But then you can catch it in his eye, a little twinkle in his eye that says, look, this is that moment. It worked so hard to get here. But the thing about Pizzo and Sundowns and Motepe is it's not just about getting there, it's about staying there. Can't forget Titi as well, back home in Bloemfontein, where he made a name for himself. Again, special word for the Mamelodi Sundowns supporters and the Celtic supporters. Back of your picture, top of your picture. They are still there, they still haven't moved. They will soak up every moment here. And for those of you at home that are still hanging on to every word, we're thankful for that as well. As we all help the ABSA Premiership champions for the 2017-18 season celebrate another memorable season. So many ups and downs. Keep in mind, Baroka at one point were leading for 3 months. SuperSport United were battling for relegation. Pirates seem to be back amongst the very top. And what surprises will the next season bring? It's the very best of our Super Disky dreams. It's the stuff ABSA Premiership dreams are made of. It's Mamelodi Sundowns as champions. Stanton, this feeling, what's it like? This is the end game, of course, for all sportsmen and women.
Yeah, it's like a champagne bottle waiting to pop. And after this, it's just that release, that joyous feeling. But as I mentioned, Sizwe, you don't quite understand what is happening at this point in time. Later on, it comes to you and you says, I'm a champ.
Let Carol help us understand. Carol.
Well, what an achievement for Mamelodi Sundowns, and I know one individual who is so proud with how far this team has come is the man at the helm, Patrice Motsepe. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's talk about what it is that has turned Mamelodi Sundowns into the team that it is now, into these champions, 8 times in the PSL era.
Well, we want to thank the supporters, Pizzo, the players, also the leadership of the PSL. Wonderful work. And each and every team, a lot of very good work has been done, and I think we can all be very proud as South Africans that the quality of football is very good. But there's still a long way to go, and we just hope that the good work that Pizzo is doing and the players will continue.
Is this the fruition of the vision that you've had for the team?
Well, it's the ambitions of supporters, of various stakeholders. It's not necessarily my vision. I think I'm just honored to be part of many stakeholders who've made a humble contribution, including the players and club owners who were there before me.
Congratulations, Patrice.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Excellent stuff. All right, and as we say congratulations, we're going to try and get a few players. I mean, they're all over the stadium, as you can imagine, celebrating. They've got their family here with them. Everyone is here. Let's see who we can. Anthony! Felicitations! Tell us how it feels.
It's feel great, Carol, because we've been on the journey for a long time, but then I'm happy that we won this today. And we need to keep our feet on the ground because we still need to play in the Champions League. We got a game on Wednesday against Barcelona. I think today is about time for our supporters to celebrate because, and our family too, because they've been supportive to us, So we just need to celebrate, but we should know that it's not over yet.
Tell us about the journey for you. I mean, it's been a tough season, right? Where you've had to bide your time, wait to be called, and then get in there and make a difference.
Yeah, Carol, for me, I'm a professional. I'm very much responsible, because I always know that the guy that is playing, I need to support them, and I'm happy for those guys that are out there, whenever they call me. Sometimes I get emotional because they know what I can do, but I'm not getting the opportunity, But then if you look at it, Carol, it's football. You need to support the guy that is playing. So I'm very much supportive, and I'm happy because we all win today. We celebrate together as a team, and we'll see what happens. But I'm very happy, and thanks to my family. This is my 5th league title in South Africa, and I just want to say thanks to everybody that's been supporting me.
Congratulations, the champion again. Is that solid gold? Is it real gold?
Yeah, it's a real gold.
Solid gold.
This flag, Carol. You see this flag? You see this flag, Carol? It's representing.
How does it feel, man? A champion with Mamelodi Sundowns.
It feels great to be a champion. We worked very hard this season, so we deserve something.
You're talking about working hard. It was hard work for you as well, just to come into this team, to find your place and to be patient.
Yeah, when I came here, they told me that I mustn't put pressure on myself. I must just play football because they know what I'm capable of, and that's all I did.
And now I know you guys are going to celebrate. Yeah? There's an after party, but just for today, because from tomorrow the work continues.
Yeah, the work continues. This is the only time that you're going to have fun with my teammates. Yes, they're not you are.
You've got so much energy today, eh?
Yeah, it's something
I
to
know. Yeah, with the fans as well. This is like your number one fan. I know her so well. She comes to all of your games. Percy, what a day.
Yeah, look, we're so happy. And now it's time to celebrate the hard work that we've put in. And yeah, what a better way to do it there with our president around. And now everyone is part of this success. You can see everyone is there from the back room. And then now we're just proud to be enjoying this moment.
Unbelievable. Now, for you, I mean, you've been a champion before, 2015-16 season. But this one was a more significant one because you played such an important role in making sure that you were champions.
Look, I'm proud, and there's a difference now in the all medal. But then, at the end of the day, it's championship medal. I still look at the old one and smile. And to me, they're just the same, even though there's a difference with games.
And in playing in the game today, we saw, man, you were trying to get that extra goal.
Look, I was in that position. That's the only thing I had to do. But now it didn't happen. It's part of football.
It's been a fantastic season. Congratulations.
So.
Excellent stuff. All right, so Percy is off. He's going to join the parade. He's going to join the celebrations. But what a beautiful day for Masanda Wana for the 2017-18 ABSA Premiership champions. And so many of the fans have stayed behind. They are celebrating with the champions, and they're so deserving after, well, quite the season. Some have called it uncanny, some have called it unpredictable. But at the end of it all, these are the champions.
All right, final match, day 30. Ajax Cape Town unfortunately unable to get one over Kaizer Chiefs. 2-1 it was the score in favour of Kaizer Chiefs there. So Ajax finish in 15th position, and they will certainly go into the NFD PSL playoff header there for Black Leopards as well as Jomo Cosmos. Amazulu, you'll see exactly what that victory has done to Amazulu's fortunes in the league table. Now, Cape Town City unable to score in that game. So the only game that resulted in absolutely no goal being scored was that main headline game down in Bloemfontein between Celtic and Sundowns. But for Maritzburg United, they had to claw their way back against Golden Arrows, and claw their way back they did. 1-1 it ended. Orlando Pirates, Kabuza came off the bench and made sure that he gets the goal for them. 2-1, 3 points against Free State Stars. Another top 5 performance there for Free State Stars. What about the former champions Bidvest Wits on the last match day, losing to a relegated Platinum Stars? So 1-0 it ends, and Polokwane City 1-1. Another fiery game that had everything written of a championship match, but they survived, Polokwane City, and Ramagalela unable to score. So yeah, there's a tie for the Golden Boot. Now Mamelodi Sundowns in gold. They are the champions. They get to 60 points, which was always going to be important for them, and a very healthy goal difference there. You look at it, plus 25, only 6 losses and 6 draws, 18 victories in their 30-game campaign there. Orlando Pirates, as Pitum Simane said, they were always knocking, chasing them right up until the end. But 55 points is what they managed to get in the end there, with 15 wins in 30 games. And Kaizer Chiefs, a little bit of a redemption for them at 3rd place. CAF Confederations Cup qualification cemented there. 48 points. What about Maritzburg United? Well, again, a healthy run for Fadlu Davids. He finishes 4th there, 44 points. Benny McCarthy, he would not be disappointed by that in his first campaign as a professional coach for a professional outfit. Cape Town City finishing there in 5th place, as well as Luke Amals of Free State Stars in 30 games, 40 points, minus 2 goal difference. Golden Arrows make the top 8, and there I said it, Amazulu, that victory, so important. At some stage, they were one of the teams that were there for the relegation battle, but look at them now. Kevin Johnson doing the job, getting them over into the top 8. Now, they're the red, which said to them early on that avoid number 15. Ajax Cape Town started the afternoon in 15th place. They end the afternoon in 15th. Dikang Mabalane is smiling from here to Katlehong. That's where he is. 31 points. It's 8 victories in the entire season. They missed opportunities. We'll show you there were controversial moments in that game. Baroka FC, both Mark Williams as well as Siankos, who said they're going to be there in position number 15. Well, they held on there under the tutelage of Doc Kumalo. Polokwane City also survived. So do Bidvest Wits, the defending champions, up to 12th place. They're just 9 wins and 30. SuperSport United, again, started the afternoon in 14th place. They moved to 10 by half-time. They down to 11 there, simply because of that point that Bloemfontein Celtic were able to get. Chipper United do not qualify for the top 8 this season. All right, that's just how the cookie crumbled on match day 30. And once again, right here on your World of Champions, we'd like to congratulate the champions, officially adorned with the trophy and the medals, Mamelodi Sundowns, overtaking the likes of Ted Dumitru in winning 3 league titles for Sundowns and making history once again. Coach Pitum Simane, we also congratulate him for those individual performances that he has had as a coach of the team. The players, the staff, the president, the supporters, staying up right up until the end. And that's the story of Sundowns, their league campaign. We'll show you the scenes coming through from Cape Town with the disappointment, because it is bittersweet. They know what's happened to Santos before. They know what has happened to the likes of Vasco da Gama when they've gone into a playoff. Both of those unable to come out, relegated, unable to bounce back into the Premiership. That's the difficult nature of the ABSA Premiership. What a season it's been. We thought we'd get to, what, 500 goals? We didn't. We almost did. We counted, what, 489 goals in total that was scored this season. 13 on the day today. Whew. Let's catch our breath here, gentlemen. Dekang Babala and Mark Williams as well as Siankosi. Sia, how did you see that, my friend?
Well, disappointing for Ajax, you know, and I feel for them because I think it's one of the teams that are well organized in the league, and you don't want to see such a team going through what they're going through right now. And hopefully they will come back from the playoffs, because I would still like to see them in the PSL, in the top flight, because a team like Ajax with such infrastructure and a good structure, a continuous structure that is contributing a lot into our football, you don't want to see that dying, because I think they set an example to a lot of teams in the PSL. And I think that I would really like them to bounce back from the playoffs, and I know that they are capable of doing that.
It's going to be tough, see?
They look dejected.
Cosmos, eh? You know Leopards, you know Tohiando, you know all of those places.
It's not easy, and they look dejected, but I think that Mushin will sit them down, and just wind them up and say, okay, guys, this is the situation we're facing. Let's have a go at it,
Well, tough scenes as well. I mean, I made mention of the scenes that were happening down in Cape Town. Let's try and capture them for you because our cameras were there. This is it. The chairman, the family, everybody that is watching. I mean, it's been a huge support base for them. They've followed it. They've been able to track down. I mean, you remember, they have the contract that they do have with Ajax Amsterdam as well, which we don't really know how this impacts them. If they do go down to the NFD, we'll have to find out. But you could tell dejection. There was support systems and comfort that had to come through for some of the Ajax players. They know they had chances in the box that they could have converted. It wasn't to be. Kaizer Chiefs playing with a bit of a purpose. Bernard Parker probably playing a game of his life today, but inconsolable with some of them, in tears, a lot of them. The magnitude of a season that was. Could have been different, it wasn't. Lots of youth players that have taken the lead as far as Ajax is concerned. They've come through the ranks. A team very proud in their history. Under Foppe de Haan, they came very close to winning the ABSA Premiership. They failed on match day 30 to win it on that day. But today, on match day 30, a former coach who's won 6 titles with Kaizer Chiefs, Mushin Integral, unable to get one over his former team. The Zwanes of this world came through from Mamelodi Sundowns, made an impact, but was it going to be good enough? It wasn't on the day. They just have only Mark Williams. The playoffs now.
Yeah, Rob, the playoffs, it's the first time I'm looking at this log, Rob, but besides the players. When you look at the log doesn't lie. I've been watching games and I've been looking at logs. But if you see who really on top, they deserve to win the league, which is Sundowns. If you look at the two teams at the bottom, Platinum Stars, they didn't have a good start. Ajax also at one stage, they were down there. And that's why the coach came and he took over. But you can't leave it for too late, Rob. I think they'll learn about it. Remember, this is a team that a lot of youth are coming through, basically. So it's a lot of opportunities for players to get in and through this Ajax system. But at the end of the day, Rob, I think they're in the playoffs. They're not out. We know what it is when it comes to playoffs. You just mentioned it. You have to go play there against Cosmos at Volkswagen. Then you have to go there by Leopards in that heat, hot weather. But I think with experience, I think they can pull it through. But it's not going to be easy.
All right, so we got to note it as well, Mark, the fact that this was Ajax's worst season in the Premier Soccer League since they joined the league back in 1999-2000. As we said, nobody able to speak to anybody who was a teammate at the time. It's reflection, it's deep thought, it's tears. Deklang, I can't say they're relegated yet. You with the Duba Birds were supposed to fly, didn't fly. You flew in the wrong direction into relegation. And we don't speak much about Swallows. You would understand their feeling, although they are not relegated yet. We've got to emphasize that.
You correct, Rob, and Maraskulumi ngama Champions League, Askulumi ngama League as well we need.
No, we don't want to know about Askulumi League. We want to know about when you were crying down there. This is what we're talking about, please. Can you just go with the pictures, please? That's what we're asking. Because we don't know about these feelings. Thank you.
All right, just quickly, before we continue there with you, Deklan, let's confirm here. They start on Wednesday, the 16th of May, the PSL NFD promotion playoff, and they go all the way through until Wednesday, the 23rd of May. So, to kickstart it, it will be, Black Leopards and Ajax who started off. So they'll have to recover very quickly. They'll have to bounce back. And here again, into the 2nd of June, do the playoffs go for. It's quite a lengthy period. I mean, it taps also into players going into off-season, unable to do much of the pre-season with their respective teams as well. But Ajax will then play Black Leopards once again in Cape Town. Black Leopards then to play Cosmos at home, and Cosmos then seal it off as Ngosi there with Ajax Cape Town. So it's a demanding schedule there, Tekang, because it takes so much. As you said, the length of time that it takes to go through these playoffs is no child's play.
It's tough times. You're correct, Rob. And I think for players, they're going through a lot of stress right now. It's emotional, of course. It's a psychological thing because it works on your mind, because others are thinking, will I have a job next season? But I think most of the players are young and probably they'll have opportunities to get teams. But, still, it doesn't, It's besides the fact that the team is in a bad position. You're going to the playoffs, yes, a bit of hope. There's still a bit of hope, so, but it's going to be tough. Like you've just mentioned, the teams that they're going to be playing against, they want to go up. And Ajax is trying to survive. So it's going to be, it's not going to be easy, especially during the break. When other teams have done with the league, they're resting now, but you trying to, you're battling it off. And trying to stay in the PSL, so it's a tough situation.
I suppose in terms of Mushinet, you've got a very, very experienced coach, and he knows when it comes to recovery, trying to get the guys' mindset back into playing football again, that they must not look at this as a defeat in terms of outright relegation, that they have a chance, but is that going to be good enough for them? They had chances. Let's quickly get back onto the field of play and see how they were able to perform here on the day. We kept saying, Sia, that if they don't convert those chances that trickle in their direction, it's going to be tough, and they had chances.
I think they had enough chances to actually win the game by at least 3 or 4 goals, because they were getting into those areas, just like this run here. He has acres of space on the right. Maybe a pullback could have been a better option, but it just so happened that the ball wouldn't just go in the back of the net, and it was unfortunate. They resorted to this towards the end of the game, and they were so strong in the air. This case, the Chiefs struggled to deal with that. But even there, they couldn't capitalize. As you can see here, also, he skins Ngezane and brings in a good cross, well-attacked ball there, but then it doesn't end in the back of the net. And they rule these chances now, and they would feel that they could have won the game. And it so happens in a game where it is so important that that the ball ends in the back of the net, and it just doesn't happen. And that's usually the case when in this kind of a situation, when you leave it for last minute. But I still do believe that for Ajax, most of the reason why they are there is their own doing. You know? I think they made a lot of mistakes from the change of ownership. I thought when they took over, there's a lot of mistakes that they made, and hopefully they come back to learn from them. I'm just hoping that it's not too late.
Yeah. It's going to be very difficult. Like we say, the demise of other Cape Town-based teams that have been relegated is something that they would look at and maybe try and study and try and see if they can overcome it one way or the other. Well, despite those missed opportunities, there were goals. In fact, there were 3 goals in this game. Let's quickly capture the moments here. In the 51st minute, I mean, that header coming through, Mark Williams?
Yeah, we spoke about it, we're sitting here half-time, and, I had a chat with Digang, and he says to me, Mark, you all know football, it's funny, especially when you have so many opportunities, and Chiefs are going to score, and this is what you didn't want to see there, It was a great corner there, set piece, and they got the goal there, and and that puts them on the front foot. And then Ajax come back here, with a great header also to make it 1-1. And we have to say, the captain, he's been playing a whole season committed, and what I like about him is his attitude. And you think, there's opportunity for them to come back to make it 2-1, but it's just that last minute when the Chiefs scored, then you say heads down, and that's it,
I mean, you got to compliment once again, the individual brilliance again, Digang, of a guy like Malongwane. He had showed it before. There was a chance that he had one-on-one. He literally sliced through the defense of Kaizer Chiefs. But here, he was doing what? He was just cleaning up. A loose ball, boom, pops it in the back of the net.
Yeah, I think at this point in time, Ajax were showing signs of, a bit of, I think, losing concentration, fatigue, and players getting tired because they were attacking. But again, I like how Malungwane gets into the kitchen, as you say.
Yeah, in the kitchen.
And the kitchen, okay. Yeah. the pronunciation, the kitchen. So he was there at the right time and the ball fell. Luckily, that bounce was a...
But look where the keeper's hitting the ball. He's hitting it straight at the player.
Yeah.
Hit it where it's coming from, Rob. There's small things that we just said. But he was reacting, was good there, and he put it in the back of the net. But, you ask yourself, there are opportunities they missed. There was a penalty that wasn't given. So you look back and you say, guys, can we learn from it? You mentioned that there was teams that went down.
Yeah, and you know, I've always been worried about their goalkeeping department. And I think there was a major letdown this season for them on many occasions. And when you don't have that solid goalkeeper at the back who's going to make a silly mistake, because they were in the game, you know, and I was feeling that they could get a goal at any point. But then that particular, because it's a mistake from a goalkeeper that, you know, he could have dealt that with better. But he just looks so immature for most parts of the season, and they haven't looked solid in the goalkeeping department. And that's why I said part of the reason why they are there is their own doing.
All right. Just a quick one, which has got nothing to do with the game, is that the only other thing that's trending besides Sundowns, ABSA Premiership, Mark Williams' socks. That's the one thing that are trending. We'll quickly clear, yeah. Okay.
Michael Jackson socks.
Yo.
Not champions now. Rob, it's not white socks, huh?
No, we're just saying we can see that.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, we got a message from one of your family members, said you brought a vase and they were given to you for free. Okay, so we're going to head back to Cape Town. We'll make sure that we get Mushane to roll his comments and try and get a reflection of the all-round. But getting back to the game, I mean, Joseph Molangwane, key player, scores his first goal in his 18th appearance for the team all-round. But let's find out Mushane to roll his thoughts after that game.
Coach, really disappointing result, especially knowing that home record was pristine. How do you think your team played here this afternoon?
Yeah, we let 45 minutes go. As we ever afraid, I think. We want to disturb them in the build-up processes, but in that we had, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 3 very good goal chances. There was great saves from the keeper. The one especially from Vakri, from Yannick. Yeah, and then you are a little bit of the decision-making under pressure seems to be our problem now. It's 4 or 5 months. Actually, second half, we needed to open up, obviously. We went back 4. We came actually very good. Scored then we get the goal against from a standard situation that we have worked on it. We know that X is going to happen. And in the end, I think we had, after 1-1, we had 2 free headers. Open. If we get 2-1, I think we will win the game. And that's what happened all the time. Boys are the decision-making on the right time, the precision of the application. That's what let us down the whole time.
And coach, now comes the task of the promotional playoffs. On Wednesday, you go through to Thohoyandou, that is in Limpopo. The travel is far, the weather already. Have you started planning for that kind of situation? Yeah, we never thought about that. We were really concentrating on that game. We need to take it now. Obviously, from today on, we need to look into that. Obviously, the application that we're having sometimes, we play that type of football that can actually be successful, but that right decision, right time, right moment, that's what let us down many times, and a little bit also the unluckiness. But against Chiefs, obviously, we needed to open. But they now going to Thohoyandou is a complete different game, different ball game. We'll prepare for it. Coach, the fight continues. Good luck. Thank you. Thanks very much. Very, very disappointing afternoon, especially knowing that it was your birthday. You made some great saves, but in totality, what would you say about today's encounter?
We always knew it was going to be tough, but we had a game plan. We didn't stick to the game plan as much as we needed to. We got the goal, and then obviously the spaces are going to open and we're going to be vulnerable at the back. So they got us on the counter and just got some luck, and the entire season, it's been against us. It's been tough. The luck hasn't been with us, but now we still got a second chance with the playoffs, and I think 4 crucial games. So I think, yeah, we'll get out of that. But it's not nice now, cutting your holiday short, you know. We're planning on going on holiday, but now, unfortunately, it's part of the job, and we have to do the business now. And what do you think has been the biggest problem for Ajax? I mean, home games have been your staple, and today, unfortunately, the fans didn't get that. Yeah, we've been very bad travelers. I'm sure we got a handful of points on the road, and that's not good enough. Even for a team, for us, we produce good players, and I don't know what happened this season. But we didn't get a victory on the road, so we relied heavily on our home form, and that's got to us. If we had to get 1-2 victories away, and then we would have been out of the situation, but that's how the cookie crumbles. There's nothing you can do. And lastly, happy birthday, Jody. Thank you, guys.
Comments there.
All right, happy birthday indeed there to Jody February, just making sure that he celebrates in fine style. Now, talking about celebrating a birthday on a day that you lose a game that is relegation bound for you in terms of the playoff, you also got to switch your mind onto a player who arguably, having left Amazulu, there was so much hope that it would be a regular player for Kaizer Chiefs, and it wasn't the case. In fact, he is one of the professionals, guys, if I can ever call it that he's never shown signs that he's unhappy. On that bench, he's literally one of the people that motivates the most. If you see him on the bench, you'll see him excited, you'll see him disappointed. He's part of the game. And that is the one thing that I'll always have respect for. He was paying tribute as well and saying goodbye to the Amakosi faithful. That is him. Oh, brilliant, Kuzwa. What you said? He's going to which team, guys? Okay, let's deal with that later on. But let's find out from the man.
It's an understatement, in fact, almost a cliche to say you had a brilliant game here this afternoon. How did it feel being in between the sticks again?
It felt great, but I would like to thank the Kaizer Chiefs family for giving me an opportunity to come and play on this big institution. I came as a 22-year-old. I'm living as a 28-year-old. I've learned a lot. I've won cups with this team. I've seen some ups and downs on this team. I just want to thank the chairman, but most of all the supporters. They've shown me love each and every time, even though I was staying on the bench for quite some time. But they kept believing that they saw that I have something special. It's just that at the moment it is performing, so I couldn't get that much of a chance. So it's the end of the road for me for Kaizer Chiefs. But it's good that I'm living in a good spirit. I've asked the chairman for a blessing and he gave me his blessing. I think everyone in the team, they've given me a blessing. So wherever that I'm going to go, I know that I'll be right. And konke kuzokwenzeka kuzobe sekungijabulisa ngaphakathi ukuthi ngidinga isikhathi sokudlala njengamanje. Kodwa ichairman onginika opportunity njengoBob Stake naye nginika opportunity bancane abantu abakwazi ukuthola ithuba lokuthi badlalele i-team yabo bayisupporta besabancane. Ngomunye wabo labo muntu ngilifezile iphupho lami. So sekuyisikhathi ukuthi ngiyosebenza ngeke ngikhombise iSouth Africa nami ukuthi yini enginayo ngingalokho ngidlala kancane ngidlale kancane ukuthi yini enginayo kodwa ngithanda ukubonga ama support nawo bonke abantu abasilungisela ama ground lapha eVillage ne-marketing team yeKaizer Chiefs because labantu abasilungisela ama ground ngaba ngidayivi kanje ngaphandle kwabo ama ground anayidindi naleli security guard eVillage njengoba besishintshana nalo ngabe angikho protected ukuthi ngabe ngena nombane eVillage basigadile lawo bantu obabshosho otamingas bonke lawo bantu abasitinela ikids labantu abasigadayo noma kula besamba khona bayekela imndeni wabo ukuthi baphile nathi ama supporter akhipha 40 rand asazi ukuthi uhola malini lo muntu ukuthi kodwa uyakwazi ukusuka eCape Town elokhu eDurban or eJohannesburg ezegoli ezobukela thina so uthando lama supporters eKaizer Chiefs ilona langenza nami ngabe umsupport weKaizer Chiefs ngibonga kakhulu kumndeni weKaizer Chiefs.
We thank you for everything that you've given us this season and throughout your entire career at Kaizer Chiefs. But where do you think you'd like to see yourself next season, and when can the Kaizer Chiefs and your fans see you?
Ngithanda ukuthi ngiyibone ngidlalela i-national team. Ngifuna ukudlala kwi-national team. So yona challenge yami nginayo leyo. Kodwa la engizoya khona ngicabanga ukuthi uJuly ususeduze. Kuzokwazeka ngoJuly. Okunye ngizokushiyela ukuthi imsukazi i-agent yami ukuthi yona ezolungisa izinto bese kuyisikhathi esiright ukuthi mhlawumbe sengiqedile la ngikhuluma khona uzobe seyakuveza nabo bantu bese beyakuveza ngesikhathi esifanelekileyo.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. What a way to end off your stay here at Kaizer Chiefs with a great afternoon out here at Ajax Cape Town. Congratulations and good luck on all your endeavors.
Bonga mina ngibonga umndeni wakaKhuzwa ngibonga umndeni wakangubani emangonini ngiyabonga.
Wow, heartfelt farewell there by brilliant Kuzwaya, and literally paying homage to everybody that has been involved in just his upkeep and his daily existence at Kaizer Chiefs, at Naturina, highlighting even the security guards that make sure that everybody is kept okay. So the big speculation now comes around, where is he going? He kind of doesn't say it. He says he wants to play for the national team, but then he obviously knows that to play for the national team, you need to be playing for a team. So what is that team? What is that link? You know, where is he going to? We don't know. Where is he going? That is the big question. But yeah, he's had 6 seasons at Kaizer Chiefs, 27 appearances. This was his 3rd appearance this season. No clean sheets that he was able to keep. But you know what? As I said, one of the brilliant minds of the team. And when he says farewell, in that emotion again, Tekang, you get a sense that he talks about the team that he always wanted to play for, but he has to say goodbye now.
I think he's definitely grateful. You know, he looks like someone who's was satisfied with his stay at Chiefs in terms of, you know, achieving a lot of things. He won cups, he won, you know, leagues with Chiefs. You said 6 seasons he's been there.
Yeah.
And I think it's a long time. But for keepers, it becomes difficult. I understand the frustration when you're not playing as a keeper. It's not like an infield player. But I think he held himself, you know, his ground well at Chiefs and showing the right spirit for a keeper. It's not easy, you know, competing against the best keeper in the country. So for him, it was a challenge for him. But I think he's also a good keeper. You know, whenever he got a chance, I mean, he did well for the team. So
you said earlier on that he called you. Where did he say he's going to?
Nah, I wish I knew.
Oh, okay. So you guys didn't talk about that.
No.
Okay. Right. Let's leave that. Let's leave that for now. A tweet that's come through from Nathan Polser, a former player that with Ajax at Cape Town. He says, "Sad moment witnessing Ajax Cape Town game today, but such is the nature of professional football. Dare I say that this game is a respecter of none, and every inch is earned. I am angry. I am more angry than sad." That is what he says. More angry than sad. All right, I don't know who's angry, I don't know who's sad in the SuperSport United versus Baroka FC game. But you know what? There was drama galore here. We heard earlier from Dikhan saying that, yeah, that should have been a penalty. Mark Williams, Sia, you guys have to give me your verdict. We saw a hand, but was it a push? As Victor Shrewan indicates.
That's a good question when you say, where was there a push? But they said there shouldn't be any contact made. And there was hand on the back, you can see. But if you look at it, but slow, look at it. Now the hand comes in. Thank you very much. Now we say, did he push or didn't he push? At the end of the day, there's a penalty. They got the goal, and I said they were going to win. That's all we needed, Rob, you know. We said at X, this is not the only game. Ajax could have also won if they got a penalty. But unfortunately, they didn't get the penalty. It went to SuperSport.
I mean, he was facing away from goal.
Yes.
Actually,
he's running away. Yeah, you're right.
Headed towards
away,
like outside the penalty box. And now, why do you push him when you're an experienced player?
But you guys agreed that he pushed, though.
Yeah.
It's a push.
Soft one.
Yeah.
It is a push. Yeah. I mean, I think there was enough contact for a referee to give it. But I still think that the penalty claim later on by Yeye was a legitimate penalty, you know.
Okay.
He should have given that as well because there was a clear foul there, you know. But I think the referee...
I was going to say very quickly, Sia, because we are running out of time, that we're not... The only person who's allowed to mention the word push is you. Don't allow Mark Williams to say it. Let's find out...
I was only joking, I was only joking, so Mark.
So, no, it's fine.
Can we get the referee inside on Monday?
No, referees are not allowed to talk yet. We'll get Mr. Spot on as well to deliberate as well. It's exactly the same thing Benny said in that controversial moment. We're not going to repeat it, but let's find out what the coaches had to say.
Interim coach Caetano Temba joins me now. Caetano, I appreciate your time. Your thoughts, please.
It was always going to be a difficult game. I think they had a good game plan. You know, they needed to get a draw. And they set back a little bit, especially in the first half. But that early goal, you know, it helped us a little bit, and they came out. And we would have a few opportunities which we could have taken, especially on transition. But I'm really proud of these guys. I think the last seven games have been unbelievable. I think the work ethic, the attitude, and the professionalism I've seen from these players, it's unbelievable. And I really appreciate it.
It's unbelievable, Caetano. You've been part of this team. It came down to the last game of the season. You won. I'm saying you guys did it the hard way, but there is reasons. What needs to be rectified?
Well, I think there are a lot of things where, as a team, we have to look, you know, back and see areas which we need to, you know, try and correct. Especially when we had to play so many games. I think we didn't manage, you know, properly, maybe the team properly. But it's a learning curve for the team, and quite a lot of things where, you know, the club as well as the management, I think they know what to do, and they know what to do from here, and I think this is only going to make us a little bit stronger and make sure that we always try and improve, especially in our league position. We have always been in the finals, a lot of finals, but we haven't been really convincing in the league. And I think we need to start there and really fight, come out and say we're fighting for the league or the top 3. And if we get to a final or a cup final, it's okay. But we need to try and make sure that we start challenging, especially for the championship.
Thank you, Caetano.
Thank you very much.
Caetano Tembo, interim coach here at SuperSport United. The dance move continues, of course, out on the field. Tusopala, like Mrutu was saying, he'll be coming out dancing. I'll take this opportunity now and welcome the technical director of Baroka. I sat on the bench for the second time this season for the team. Mtogis, appreciate your time. Baba, thoughts, please.
Well, congratulations to SuperSport. Job well done. I thought they came with a good game plan. But I knew very well that they're going to use Yeye and Femen in the middle of the park. And, you know, if we can just stop them from playing those pocket balls. And other than that, we just gave a soft goal because it was a dead ball situation. But at the end of the day, it counts because there they are. They survived the relegation because of the penalty, and we lost the game because of it. So it's just a matter of focus, because I told the players that in football, there are 4 stages whereby it's all about attack, defense, and transition, and also critical phase in the set place. And we gave a soft goal on a penalty, and the guy was not dangerous because it was going away out of the box. So I don't know why you had to trip him.
What needs to be done going forward? You've survived now, no playoffs, season is over. What do you guys do?
What needs to survive is a revamping of a team. Let's go back to the drawing board and not looking only on the tactical way first, but the overall in terms of Baroka. Do we have the muscle in terms of the coaches? Do we have the muscle in terms of the staff? And do we have the muscle in terms of players? Because then, overall, by doing so, we will be bringing or building a firm Baroka family. Because there is no way that you can function with a certain department that is lacking. Each and every department needs to be taken care of. Because there needs to be people that are going to condition the players. There need to be people that are going to be analyzing games. There needs to be people that are going to be working tactically with the coach that is coming through. And there needs to be a technical director that needs to do overall job that will probably ease the job for the coach. Because at this moment, yes, there are certain departments we were only hopping on one leg. And we survived. And through that, I'm grateful for my chairman and the CEO and the supporters for showing courage and believing in me. And there we are, we survived. But the bottom line is that it's just an overall. It's not about the playing field. The players who are playing. So having said that, I think also we just have to dig deep in terms of acquiring quality players.
I'm about to let you go. Does your 082 number still work, your phone?
Of course it does.
If you got a telephone call from a man called Brakey and he said, let us resurrect this sleeping giant.
Did you say Brakey? There's only Brakey. There's only one Brakey I know, which is Mr. Mtaung. What about him?
If you got a call from Brakey and he says to you, Dr. Kumalo, come, let us resurrect this giant.
At the end of the day, these are the people who paved my way. They made me to be what I am today. I will still remain Kaizer Chiefs and respect the chairman, the supporters, the players, the Kaizer Chiefs family. If they're really in need of my services, I wouldn't say no, because at the end of the day, I wouldn't be who I am. They gave me the platform to showcase my talent, and I will really, really answer the call and take proper major steps in order for me to hear what they have to say, but not disrespecting the chairman that is currently gave me the opportunity also to show what I'm made of. So I think it's either both chairmen talk and talk will go where the door will be opened.
Resurrect the giant. Thank you, Mtogi.
Thank you.
All right, so many gaps to be filled in the new season. I mean, it just makes ABSA Premiership football that much more exciting. All right, the champions in the PSL era, look at it. Mamelodi Sundowns doing it on 8 occasions. The Kaizer Chiefs, Pirates, 4. SuperSport United, 3. Those are the back-to-back Gavin Hunt ones. And also Manning Rangers and Bidvest Wits have managed also to get it one. So really leading the way is Mamelodi Sundowns. Unstoppable African champions, been to the FIFA Club World Cup, you name it. And they continue their campaign as well as far as the CAF Champions League is concerned. So I just think that in a season where we've seen so much happen, but these are the major celebrations that will live long in the hearts and minds of South Africans and the African continent. And do remember, he could have been the Golden Boot winner, Percy Tau, but he'll get to share that with Rodney Ramagalela at the PSL end of season awards. Yeah, but he won't worry about that. He'll just worry with the fact that he played such a major contributory factor to their championship playoff. And that is it, yeah. Hlompho Kekana stepping forward, the captain's armband, lifting the trophy. Each and every one of those soldiers getting their medals, celebrating, drowned in glory right now. That has been the life and the times of Mamelodi Sundowns. That has been the season that was. Some new players, Opa Manyisa coming through, together with George Libisi also coming through and managing to get that. All right, so we're just counting 40-odd days to go before the FIFA World Cup in Russia. These are the scenes currently underway at MultiChoice City. The flags are up. All the countries and all the nations that will be representing at the World Cup are up there. They've been, if you're hearing noises and banging and everything else, that is because the men have been hard at work here. The men and women making sure that we get those visuals that we're showing you right now. They're going to work right throughout the night to make sure that those countries are there. So you're going to catch all the action live in the World of Champions from the 14th of June to the 15th of July. Don't miss a single day of that. And we also got some world-class panelists as well that will be coming through over and above everything else. But also, let's not forget, the season's not over at all. Next week, we are down in Cape Town. Cape Town, are you ready? Because I want to know, at least by midway through the week, that the tickets are sold out. Maritzburg United, Free State Stars, 2 teams that have had such an outstanding season, face each other. 2 coaches, Luke Emile as well as Fadlu Davids, coming head-to-head to come through in a major cup final. Saturday, 19th of May, live from 1800 hours. Catch a major build-up. When I talk about a major build-up, they've lined up all sorts of artists as well to perform at this Nedbank Cup final. Amongst others, Kuzo Balit, your favorite song, Sia.
I hear Mark is going to be performing as well.
Yeah, I'm going to sing, if you want to fly,
no, not
sky
singing.
is the limit. Oh, not singing?
Comedy, yeah.
Okay, okay. I just thought,
not singing.
Congratulations to Sundowns winning the league. I said it 6 months ago that Sundowns going to win the league. Well done to them. But Robert, yeah, I think it's wonderful.
I didn't ask you to talk.
I think it's wonderful that you said it's the first time that a final is going to be held in Cape Town. I think people should go out with numbers, support the 2 teams. I think if you look at the 2 teams that's been there, they deserve to be there. They are being consistent. So let's hope it's a good game.
All right, you can catch the rest of Mark's performance on YouTube. That's something that we will have. But then, UEFA Champions League, the final. Don't miss that. You know what? When you talk about football, 26th of May, you cannot miss that. Live, 2000 hours, right here in the World of Champions. Yes, Real Madrid. They've done it once, and they said they couldn't do it twice. They did it twice. They made the record. They broke a record and created one themselves. Now, can they make another record? 3 times back-to-back. UEFA Champions League history, never been done. They can and will be if they're able to beat Liverpool. Free scoring, but also free conceding. That is the problem. Dikan, so much football still to look forward to. World Cup, Champions League, Nedbank Cup final. Which one are you looking forward to?
Zonke.
Zonke bonke.
Zonke bonke.
Amen.
It's Zonke.
Okay, Vanubdala. I know, I can see from your socks. You're ready to chat. All right. Okay, don't forget, guys, as well, back pages with Simply Carol. She'll be back from all these celebrations down in Bloemfontein. That's going to be a back pages. And also Extra Time, Mr. Spot On. I have no idea who else is going to be on the show tomorrow or on Monday. But Mr. Spot On, there's usually the guy with the lips, juicy lips.
Juicy lips.
Who's the other guy? Precious. Eh? Precious. Yeah, Precious, possibly. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All I'm saying is that it's going to be a bumper show as well. Championship winning on, 100%, sir. Thank you so much as well. Tekang Mabalani, you got your prediction absolutely right. You beat your elders. Mark Williams, thank you so much. Keep singing, sir. There's a bright future for you. Siyankosi, really appreciate it, sir, for each and every day that you guys have been on the show. It's been a great journey, but it's not over yet. We'll catch you down in Cape Town. Well done once again to Mamelodi Sundowns, the champions of the ABSA Premiership, on a day full of so much celebration and glory down in Bloemfontein, and from the entire crew that have brought you the pictures at all the venues across the country, as well as in studio here in Randburg. So from the crew and myself, for a wonderful season, match day 30 coming to an end. Champions crowned. Say Vala, sit in your cling.